The gradual easing of the lockdown has been visited with an additional 2 weeks. While some preventive measures were broken by some Nigerians in the first phase, has any progress been made? I'm on the streets of Abuja, Wuse to be precise. Come with me.
The secretary to the Nigerian government, Boss Mustafa, said Nigeria was still not ready for a full reopening of its economy. He said the measure's exemption, advisories in scope, and entities allowed to reopen under Phase 1 of the erased lockdown shall be maintained across the Federation for another 2 weeks, effective from midnight May 18th to June 1st. However, this new development has generated a new debate among a cross-section of Nigerians.
Let me just be frank to you. In the first place, what even makes Nigerians to be in this kind of scenario is the negligence of the leadership itself. And had I been Nigeria in the first place wishes to do it right, I doubt much if this pandemic will even tamper with the day-to-day activities of our people.
In the first place, what I will say about this realization is that I know the government is doing all this for the interests of the Nigerian citizens. But at the same time, I will say they are getting it right and are getting it wrong. So a situation whereby you relax the lockdown, and yet some things are not still being the way it should be, and the government is not doing enough, you understand, to ease the suffering of the masses.
President Muhammadu Buhari on Monday directed that the first phase and gradual easing of the lockdown be sustained for another 2 weeks. President Buhari on April 27th approved the gradual easing of the lockdown measures in Abuja, Lagos, and Ogun from May 4th as the country continues to navigate the challenges of COVID-19 pandemic.
The ease of the lockdown for another 2 weeks, well, let's see how it goes. Even though people are not even obeying, people are traveling, the interstate lockdown, people are still traveling in the night. Some security personnel are allowing them. So, but let's just follow the guidelines that they wanted us to follow. They have eased the lockdown. There is curfew between 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. Let's still follow it.
Easy lockdown. It's okay, but the problem, I know that many has been emphasizing at the same, that people are suffering. The suffering is much. But I cannot blame government much. But the point remains that the situation of our country and the masses, people are suffering heavily, serious suffering, because as the whole thing is going, everything is completely down. Nothing is moving. Whether easy lockdown, so far there is no movement. You can almost the market are not open. Even individuals that's doing one business or the other, they cannot do anything.
The government aims for a situation whereby the measures put in place would yield sufficient progress and also ensure that the health system and economy be in good position to adequately respond to any potential outcome in the future, including a secondary outbreak.
The lockdown, the relaxation of the lockdown, I think is the best thing to do. It's the right step in the right direction. The reason is this. Once the citizens are aware of what is at stake and everyone take responsibility, I believe we'll be able to manage the situation. You understand? I didn't support the issue of lockdown in the first place. You know why? Because in the process of trying to solve a problem, we might end up creating other problems. So I think it's good.
Some Nigerians are of the opinion that partial cessation movement be permanently lifted. I am Ojo Chenemi Simon, reporting for Roots TV, Abuja.